Democrats, it appears, really don't believe anything as they lose their grip on power. All they know is defy the going leadership, but they can't get traction. They watch to the end, give us a thumbs up. Always leave a comment. Tell us where you're from. Here is Joe Scarborough making qualifications that amount to nothing.
In the Biden administration, when we had 5 million people coming across the border illegally over, a couple of years.
11 million, Rev. This is why the Rev isn't a Catholic priest, because if Joe Scarborough was confessing to him, he'd be lying right now by half.
Much easier to have those deportation numbers up because so many illegal immigrants were coming in. Now the border's quiet.
Right.
And so again, we predicted beforehand, it is extraordinarily expensive to deport people. This wasn't going to be as easy as it would have been during the Biden administration, because again, 5 million were let in illegally. Mm-hmm. They're at the border. And that's what Barack Obama did with his deportations. A lot of these non-judicial deportations were.
This is the dumbest argument ever. They're trying to give credit to why it was easy, inexpensive for Obama and Biden to deport illegals. It's because there were so many of them around the border. Well, why were there so many of them around the border and now there's none? Apparently, Mika, who's blonde, maybe their entire audience is blonde, but they don't understand. They can't put two and two together. I'll let my chat tell me, why were there so many illegals around the border to easily deport under Biden and Obama? And now there's none at the border to deport around Trump. And now he has to do something evil and go in and find all the illegals buried and redistributed deep within our public in hiding. Why? Why? They never ask why. Are you thinking, Joe Scarborough? No.
Already close to the border. So it was much easier to deport without going through the judicial process that we're talking about.
It is not only more expensive, it then borders on a lot of questions of civil liberties for people that are legally here. Because now you're going into the mainland of the United States and you're grabbing people with no due process who maybe should be here legally and who are, in the cases of a Garcia, the wrong people. So when it was done at the border with Obama and Biden, you had less risk of that.
Great non-point to make, Reverend Al, Reverend of Nothing.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
Committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked, they're gone.
Public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens.
We use phrases like undocumented workers. We convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration.
We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked.
We will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes.
Wow, those guys all sound like racists. They're not. There was no criticisms of them. Hey, it's too difficult to go into the mainland and pull them out. Democrats do not support or believe in anything. They have no position. They flip-flop on every position depending on if Trump supports it or not. Even Stephen A. Smith, who could be one of the guys who run for the Democrat presidential nomination, I think he'd be suicide if he did it. Even he agrees. Democrats are just the party of no.
Do you realize right now, and I'm saying this facetiously because I know that you do, Jake, doing what you do every single day. Do you realize that if you are an elected official, your real work is with the campaign? Once you get into office, literally you can get away. I'm talking about the nation's capital specifically, not state and local politics, just the nation's capital. You realize that you can literally go on Capitol Hill and all your job is to do is to disagree with the other side. You don't even have to do anything else. Whatever the other side feels, you feel the opposite. That's not work. That's not going across the aisle. That's not maneuvering your way through the terrain, through the political terrain, and really negotiating on behalf of your constituency and the American people. All we're doing is engaging in acrimony and hate. And as a result, the American citizens are suffering. So when I look at it from that standpoint, and I think the kind of impact that I could have as a centrist, as a moderate, as somebody who believes in being sensical and engaging in common sense, unfortunately, I believe that if I did take this very, very seriously and I moved forward and I decided that I wanted to be a politician, do I believe I could win? You're damn right. But it's by default. It's not because I'm the most qualified candidate in the world. It's because of the state of our politics in the nation's capital, the politicians that we're looking at, and the fact that we don't believe for 1 second that they are serving the interests
of the American people. Good. He admits that he would not win on his own qualifications. Just clip this, guys, for 2028 because he's running. This blowhard is running. That he implies that it's both sides just hating on each other is false. Marjorie Taylor Greene is principled. Rep. Tim Burchett is principled. Matt Gaetz is principled. These people are running on principle. Even Rand Paul is principled. He's not up there just defying the Democrat or sometimes the Republicans just for the sake of it. That is true of Democrats. This one is not a both sides issue because the Republicans have been running on closing the border now for 4 to 8 years, and the Democrats are against it. And so his claim is that the Republicans are only for deporting aliens because the Democrats are against it, and that's not true. The Republicans actually believe in something, and they set out the agenda through Trump. Trump had the agenda. That is, he's for tariffs. And we can go back 20, 40 years of Trump saying he's for tariffs. He didn't become for tariffs because Democrats are against it. And frankly, a lot of the flack that Trump is getting is from Republicans, from his own party. So Stephen A. Smith, you can't both sides this one. This one is not both sides are just merely fighting each other and negating each other. It's one side put out an agenda, and the other side out of power, the Democrats, are negating that agenda point by point, not because they believe in any of it. Just got to clarify that. And dude, you run and you think you're going to win, let's say against JD Vance. If the people are suckered by a lying jock like you, who has said over and over again, I'm not qualified and there's better people than me, maybe you think the American people are dumber than we are.
The American people, nor are they interested in it. People look at me and they know one thing: I would be interested in serving the American people and doing what's in the best interest of this country. That means you, that means me, that means the Black community, the Hispanic community, the white community, everybody. Because if all of us are rife with chaos, all that's going to lead to is America's destruction.
You're full of caca if you can't name that the chaos is coming from the Democrat Party. That's your first campaign lie. You're not telling the truth. You're not an honest man. You're just another politician who is dishonest. You can't call out your own party. Trump called out his own party, the Republican Party, as much as he called out the Democrats. You can't do it because you're not fit to lead. That's what a leader would do.
Why would we want to be a part of that? So again, I'm not qualified. There are plenty of people that are qualified, more qualified to be at practically everybody. But are you going to win? And are you going to be committed to doing what's in the best interest of America? I know I'm that kind of person. That much I will say for myself.
And I know you're not that person. And I know that you have to say that about yourself if you're going to run. On the Democrat Party being an absolutely losing brand, this is LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva, LA County Sheriff, ending his 44 years as a Democrat.
I'm leaving the party of hate protests, purple hair, and pronouns.
I'm leading the party of hate protests, purple hair, and pronouns. He didn't have to name the party. We all know who is the party of hate protests, purple hair, and pronouns.
I'm joining the party of faith, family, and freedom.
He's joining the party of faith, family, and freedom. We all know what party that is. We never put an X next to a Democrat. Never. put an X next to adjournment. You don't even accidentally want to go, I'm not sure who to vote for. I guess I'll vote for this guy. Don't do that, because you might accidentally put an X next to a Democrat, which is poison, anti-American, just another Stephen A. Smith BSer out there. And we're not falling for it. America will not fall for it. We're not going back. I got news for the non-MAGA Democrats, the old Beltway Republicans that want to go back. We ain't going back. Let me know where you guys stand in the chat below. Are you going back? Just put in never going back. I'm Doug in Exile.